Okay, so let's think. What was going on?
Okay.
Just remember it.
I have no clue what was going on.
Something about Trageon burning down the town.
Well, we already knew that was going to happen. That's just the way it goes. Let's open this in a new window so I have all my wonderful generators. There we go. But now I can't see you guys. Let's go. Let's see if I can fix this. There we go. It's very complicated. There. Okay. We'll stick you guys over there and this over here, and somehow it'll all come together. Somehow I'm sitting at the bottom of this. It's like, what the hell is going on? I'm like 2 feet tall. Oh, such as you had tortured the people up in the Harpers up in the
Oh yeah,
up in
yeah.
their safe house. We hadn't tortured you. We just went and killed them because they thought you were dressed in the red cloaks. So they thought you were the bad guys coming to get them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best laid plans.
You're all like, oh, here they come. Run, run. They're going to get us.
It's all Trajan's fault.
Sure.
It's always Trajan's fault. That seems to be the safest reply.
And the whole time you're pulling the whole, don't run. We are your friends. No. Didn't work as planned, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You had just finished doing that, and what else had you done?
Dropped off the guy that we beat almost to death.
You dropped off the guy at the doctor's.
After letting him touch the magical star.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, after he set him off the deep end.
You destroyed his brain. That is correct. We've got bandits here. What is this?
Tell him his faith.
Oh yeah.
But his faith left.
So yeah, so that's why we have all these dead Harpers on the screen, because those are the ones that you killed and then took him to the doctors and dropped him off. You took him to yeah, took him to one of the doctors that you used to know when you were living here and acting like fools. All right, so that's where we left off. So what are we doing now?
Now we know that the Red Cloaks are in town and they have a house over there with the vampire person we're after.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's right. We're going after her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, we're going to die.
Yeah.
It's only death if you think of it as, well, okay, so it's death. Never mind. All right, so you had this dastardly plan of trying to kill the vampire chick while also blowing holes in the wall over here and destroying the rest of the city.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
That's why I don't have my notes.
Why not? Because your computer just died.
Well, it's on my laptop.
Oh.
Oh yeah, because
okay.
that's right. Because he's all whatnot and modern and stuff.
Oh, he's keeping it all modern.
Mm-hmm.
Got his laptop off to one side, typing away like an idiot. Yeah.
Huh. Well, as long as he has plans.
Oh, okay, I see what I'm doing. That freaked me out there a moment. I thought, what the hell happened in the character sheet?
Oh, I can't help you. I don't know.
Oh, I popped it open and I just had it. I just realized that the little button, the character is clicked, so there's like nothing there. And I was like, wait a minute, there's a whole bunch more shit missing. And then I realized, I go back to core. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Like I said, I was doing
Panic over.
So I think both of your guys' character sheet are set up in character at the moment.
Ah, okay. So panic over.
Yeah.
So
Well,
then,
I was.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's right. I was just gonna say I was messing with stuff, trying to make things. Yep. All right. So now CJ's looking at his notes. He's gonna start stroking his beard here in a second. Yes. Yes.
Pain and suffering.
I have an evil plan. Yes, I do.
Yeah, especially when I open the note and it says, "Hey, moron, it's Neverwinter."
Now we know.
Now we know. Okay. All right. not gonna fall into that trap again, are we?
Let's see if I can get it.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, it's a great big.
Kept calling it something else. I forgot.
Yeah, King's Landing or something. I can't remember.
Yeah. King's Landing.
Yeah, that's what it was. King's Landing.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. Whoops.
That works. There's no sense making yourself feel bad.
Okay.
It's under miscellaneous. I have no idea. So you were in town. Yeah, that would be probably town stuff. All right, so it was nighttime. Remember, because you guys like doing things at night.
Yeah, 'cause it's the best time to do it, right?
Gonna have a fire. They say have it at night.
Yeah, because then it lights up the area, makes it feel a little festive.
Yeah. Especially when the fire's burning down the gap over there and the monsters out. So I'll sit around the fire and sing Kumbaya.
Mm-hmm.
There's my notes.
Hey, notes are important.
Yeah, especially when it's coming to world domination. I mean,
About the world domination. They ain't been exactly working his plan lately.
no, it hasn't actually, because our party leader there, Gunnar, has been getting us in trouble.
What's good with an evil plan if you can't execute it?
The same thing we do every month. We got Pinky and the Brain going on here.
So we need to figure out how we're going to turn this town inside out. It's going to involve a vampire. I know that much.
Yeah. Yeah, just figure out where a vampire would be hiding.
Underground.
Well, there she's at the blue door, wasn't she? Or
Yeah.
well, we think she's at the blue door.
Mm-hmm. House with the blue door.
Well, that guy told us, said that she was over there.
Maybe it's a trap.
Yeah.
There's only one way to find out. Wait until dark and go over there. right.
No. No.
No.
No, don't you hunt vampires at night, right? That's when they're active.
Yeah.
That's why I guess you hunt werewolves at full moons too, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's when you're gonna find them.
Did we ever decide where the house with the blue door was?
Yeah.
Yeah, over there in the by the phone tower.
Yeah, I think it's over here, right? It's right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. They have a mind like a steel trap. It's a very rusty steel trap. I can't remember squat. I'm making this stuff up, and I can't remember what I'm talking about. All right, so you left this guy out at the bones, and now you've headed off back to the house where you were sharing the rooms with the older lady.
Yeah.
Since you don't actually have any place else to go.
Kidding. So what all kinds of fun stuff are going to be waiting there for us?
Yeah. So you head over there and you head upstairs. Little bit of a commotion because there was screaming and yelling, as you recall, when you were trying to kill the people upstairs, and everybody ran out of the building because they were screaming and carrying on.
So I wonder if there's any kind of guards around looking.
The guards are there, yep. The Menard guards are there, the mercenaries. And there's quite a few of them, probably about a dozen or so, just on the outside of the building. And they're doing what most of them would do in the middle of the night. They're sitting around leaning against the building bullshitting while the people who do the work are inside actually doing work.
So,
Kind of slink our way back into our
slink.
hovel here.
So you go back into your thing and you go back upstairs and you can look from the window and watch what's going on if you want.
Watch
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah.
How many bodies they pull out?
Admire our handiwork.
Well, up in that area, you notice that there's a half, what was it? It was like an elf and a half orc that you guys encountered before when you were being buttholes down south.
Yeah.
So they're up in that area. They're asking questions about the two dwarves in red cloaks that went running from the building carrying someone.
We're not wearing our red cloaks anymore, right? We got rid of them.
That's up to you.
I hope we did.
I think we just hide it in our bags.
Okay.
To may come into handy later on.
So what's in those bags? I can see that question coming.
A magic missile.
Magic. It's a missile. A magic missile.
The kingdom come.
Okay, down there? Holy crap.
Oh yeah.
Sound
What?
like a train going on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was like,
Did that break your attention? Interrupt you there?
He's like, what's your problem? After about a couple of hours, you can see them carrying, during the couple of hours, you can see them carrying dead bodies out. There's 3 dead bodies they carry out. The cleaners come. They're obviously the lower class. They go upstairs and you can see lights in the room where you had, up under the eaves where you'd killed the harpers. And then after a while, they come back out with their buckets and mops and stuff, and they head on off. There still appears to be 2 of the guards in the little square there, to see if somebody returns to the scene of the crime.
Which direction are they taking the bodies off to?
Towards the where's that? Hall of Justice.
That means one thing, you're probably doing an investigation.
Well, probably because people got slaughtered in the top floors. But yeah.
There's a shadowy figure.
Two dwarves killed people who had previously tried to cause trouble down south. Who claimed to be secret police.
Yeah.
Hey, spur of the moment thing.
It's so secret, even the police don't know about it.
Best kind.
It's need to know basis. You don't need to know.
So what do you do?
Is the old lady asking questions or anything? Like, what's
No,
going
the
on?
old lady is the crazy lady with the cats. She's not interested.
Oh, okay. That's good. Because I hate to have to prefer the barbers. I guess call it a night here and sleep through the night and get up in the morning.
Okay. So you call it a night. You're not disturbed. Sometime during the night, you can hear them. They're starting to do their house to house where they go and they just knock on doors and start asking people questions.
Huh.
But
The lady.
not too much. It's the middle of the night and most people are quite rude. When woken in the middle of the night.
They're lucky they didn't get a sword in the face.
Yeah.
So yeah, do a long rest and then
Okay.
Get him to do some more looking around.
Get your long rest done. You're pretty well left alone.
Okay.
In the morning, the old woman, since you've paid her quite handsomely, has made breakfast. So you've got eggs and bacon and that sort of thing. She went out while you guys were sleeping and got fresh loaves of bread.
That's nice of her.
Well, it's copper pieces, and you gave her gold, so.
Yeah.
She's going to eat and sleep well for a year.
Unless, of course, Trageon kills and eats her, but he's been pretty nice so far.
He's just going to tie her down so the cats eat her. That'll
Yeah. Yeah. They look hungry anyways.
Mr. Mittens got your tongue. Yeah. So morning comes around, and you can hear much more activity in the little plaza out front. As you can see, it's a fairly large area compared to just roads. It's like a tiny square with a well in the middle, a fountain sort of thing in the middle where people gather. And they're starting to gather and discuss the events overnight.
Kind of eavesdrop and listen to see what there's anything pertinent.
Well, they start discussing the fact that 2 people dressed in red cloaks killed people up on the top floor. Some people say they're halflings, some say they're gnomes, some say they're dwarves. Everybody agrees they're short. Yeah.
I just had a light bulb go off.
But they can't make up their minds on exactly what short race it was.
I just had a wonderful idea.
And like most towns, I mean, this is the morning time when they're all just running their mouths. The people who do work are headed off to work. Most of them are headed down towards things like the piers. You've got people who are headed off to their workshops. Some of the lower floor, the bottom floors in these buildings are their businesses. So they're in there, cobblers and tailors and God knows what.
So we don't gain much.
This is gonna be fun.
What's that?
I was going to say, so we don't really gain much other than that they're all kind of confused as to what went on, actually.
Right.
Other than people died and it was short. Someone short did it.
Right.
Okay.
So, I mean, because most people were asleep. All they got was the aftermath of people screaming and running from the building and then seeing 2 short people hightailing it from the building carrying a bleeding body.
Anything about that? Never know.
You never know.
This is gonna work in my favor.
What are you going to do? Put on your red cloak and parade around?
Well,
Hi, guys.
It was your plan to have the red cloak, the red hand implicated. So,
Well, here's what I was thinking of doing. Nightly raids dressed as the red cloaks, leaving behind like a red hand, bloody hand print on the wall or whatever.
yeah.
And doing that nightly, so where they start getting tired of the red hands and they should do something about it.
Okay.
Until they actually see us doing it and then kill us.
There is that too.
There is that. What we need to do is find out where they're at around town and just kind of stir them up and get them doing it for us. Get them to do our bid. But in the meantime, we got that deal with the vampire chick over there at the blue door.
Yeah.
Well, that's also kind of where you think the red hand is too.
Yeah.
The house with the blue door.
Hmm.
Let's see where's my
Because remember, that was the note that was on the body was that you found on the red hand was that to meet you at the house with the blue door.
Do they have a town crier here?
Of course. Anybody that you pinch will probably start crying, and they're in town. So, no, yeah, there's town criers, and they're for hire.
Hey Gunnar, how about going to town crier and using them to spread some little false information about the Red Hand? You know, far-fetched, far-fabled, but it'll work in our favor.
Yeah, you can do that. You can go tell them that, you know.
They killed a whole
Yeah.
tenement building full of people. And they're
Tell them to go around and spread the news that about the killings that was going on there, and it was done by red cloaks, and just kind of leave out the part about being done by short people. And let them spread those rumors around, so they think that they're the bad guys, and they go after them instead of go after us.
So you don't want to let everybody know that you're the actual villains who killed everyone.
Yes.
Left them for dead. Yeah, nobody wants that. Why did it do that? There it goes. All right. So start your plan.
Illustration, you got to give it to Gab. You tell him, you pay the crier and tell him what you want him to say, but make sure it has to do with the cloak, the red cloak or the red hand.
Yeah.
That they were the ones cited, and they're the ones coming into town causing the issues.
Yeah, it's been a fable that says that they were the ones, sent out
And
there.
something about they're wiping out the Harpers because they're standing in the way of their
world
ideals. Yeah, world domination, whatever you want to call it. Which they are kind of in our way, but
Standing in the way of progress. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. So, you told me the broad outlines of your plan. Let's put it into action here.
Yeah.
What's the first thing you do? I mean, you pretty much just told me we're going to incriminate everyone. Oh, great. But how do you do that? Okay.
Okay, master planner.
What's your first step?
Well, the town crier, you're going to give him a gold, pay
Okay.
him for his service,
All right.
and tell him the real scoop on what happened there. We heard it from a trusted source that there's the Red Hands. They're trying to take over the whole town of Neverwinter,
Okay.
and the Harpers were in their way. That's who they say it was, and they went up there and slaughtered them all. And they said they're going to do it again.
They're going to. Oh,
they're gonna
okay.
destroy the wall down south to start chaos down there while they do more chaos up here.
All right. Okay.
And tell them that
So what do you want him to do?
to spread the rumor.
For the news that
And it is.
that there's a reward that the town guard is giving out a reward for information leading to the capture and dismemberment of the red cloaks.
Oh my God!
And any red cloak that they see if wanted dead or alive, a bounty on their head.
Okay.
And make sure give them details about the red cloaks. They have a red-looking bloody handprint. That's their symbol.
Okay.
And I think their house is over by the fallen tower. That's where they're doing their attacks from.
Okay. So what you need to also remember, though, is that the Red Hands, the House of the Reborn, is not underground here. It's a known entity, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you do that, and he goes off and he starts doing his little extra walking around, screaming out the news sort of thing.
Okay.
This ought to be interesting.
Till the Red Hand slits his throat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hopefully, do it right.
Yeah, hopefully do it in broad daylight so people see it happening and then go, look, he was right.
Of course, has it dawned on you that some of the Red Hand may actually be innocent people?
Possibly.
Bad.
Yeah, you know.
That's their problem.
You're like, I don't care.
They should have joined.
Yeah, that's it.
Bastards.
Now for the fun part. Travel south towards through the Winged Wyvern area
Okay.
there,
All right.
and find find a town crier there.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Go.
You find something like that. Yeah.
Pay him a gold and tell him the story, but spin it in the way where the red cloaks, the red hands, are working with the orcs, and they're sneakily working their way down here to tear down the wall. And that I heard it from a source that it's going to happen soon.
Is that gonna make it hard to take down and put a breach in the wall?
No.
Now that they'll probably be out in force guarding that damn thing.
That's good.
Well, yeah, you can do it and go in there, sneak in. Yeah, that's what we'll do is spread around the rumor that they're going to try and breach the red cloaks are going to try to breach the wall and take out the Protector's Enclave, that region of the town.
And the orcs are putting them up to it.
Yeah, and if the orcs are behind the whole thing. Yeah, there you go.
Well,
and then what we'll do is in the middle of the night, sneak into that bad section and come in the back way and burn the damn area open.
okay. All
Or
right.
die. Or die.
Or die. Yeah. Something will burn. Whether it's our fatty corpses, it's hard to say. All right. So you do your little deception there, Trajan, and it doesn't fail, but it's not real good neither. He just kind of looks at you, looks at the gold in his hand, and goes, "Eh, all right. I got no love for orcs." Wanders off and starts saying the stuff. He lacks enthusiasm. Well, you know, what can you do?
Yeah.
The first guy that you told up north, though, he was like, yeah, I hate those guys. I don't even know who they are, but I hate them.
Sheeple. I mean, hey, they can
Sons of bitches stealing our stuff. So you tell us, and a guy who overhears you comes over and he starts discussing the red hand with you. And he starts saying, he comes over, he's a regular dressed guy, and he goes, "What problem you got there, stranger, with these red hands? They haven't done nothing."
Are you one of them sympathizers of the red hands?
Not one of them anti-vaxxers, are you?
He's like, "I ain't sympathizing so much as I'm looking at you going, what do you got against them so much? I heard what you were saying, and not like you were being secret or nothing. Hell, you got the guy walking down the street screaming it. They spit in your eye. They steal your girlfriend. What's wrong?"
Haven't you heard about the world domination that they're taking over? They wiped out the Harpers.
Oh, hell, if we were going to wipe out every organization around here that wanted to take over the world, well, that'd be quite a few, I would think. Hell, pick a church.
Yeah, I know, but these are worse. These guys, the Harpers are trying to keep balance. These guys are just pure evil.
What makes you say that? They haven't done nothing around town. Well, I guess they have, actually. They killed those Harpers up there. All right, I'm starting to see where you're coming from.
Let's go say.
Have you
There's
seen-
chaos that's going to happen.
Have you seen a female tiefling wandering around lately?
He looks around at this huge, bustling city and goes, "You're shitting me, right?"
Well, the rumor is they got a tiefling that's a vampire.
He's like, "Well, there's a lot. Well, I wouldn't say a lot. They're rare, but they ain't like hen's teeth. They're around."
Oh, I know that, but she's got her own agenda. Complete and utter domination. They wiped out an entire town.
How do you know they're a vampire? I mean,
She
besides,
tried to bite one of us.
Yeah.
well, that seems to me to be a late sign.
She tried to bite. She looked at him and mesmerized him. and made him do her bidding. And luckily, I was able to snap him out of it. Horrible. It's just horrible.
Oh my god, this is getting deeper.
What I'm
You're
asking,
the one who keeps telling him this shit. Stop talking.
he's looking at you like, he goes, what I'm asking, and there's now you've got a few people gathered around. He's going, what I'm asking, son, is how do you know if it's a vampire or not?
Said she was.
What?
That she was going to bring him into the pool of the night.
Because I fought her.
Look, maybe you're not getting what I'm asking. You want us to keep an eyeball out for this person, but you're not telling us how to figure out which eyeball to look for.
You know what I heard? I heard that there's that tiefling. There's a tiefling that fits that description over near the fallen tower. Some sort of blue door thing.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
All right. Well, what if there's more than one tiefling? How do you know which one's the vampire? I mean,
I guess just get them all, and then you know.
does
you
the
got
grass
them all.
wither under her feet when she walks? Get them all.
Just stake them all. Just stake them all. Just to be sure.
Besides, they're tieflings. You can't trust tieflings.
Well, you can't trust much of anyone. But you're right. You really can't trust a tiefling. I was just wondering if you had some kind of idea of how to figure out which one is which. Is all.
Well, I'm thinking if you go over by the fallen tower, you might find out just which one is which.
And you got this gnome who's over there sitting, standing next to your knee. And he looks up at you and goes, so what's she look like?
She's tall, red-skinned.
The
She
tiefling.
has this aura about her. You could just feel something's not right about her.
And she has horns.
Great big horns and great big teeth.
Well, you did say she was a tiefling. Of course she got horns.
Shit, this hole's getting deeper.
So, is she hanging out with those red cloaky guys, or?
Yes, yes, yes. She's taking them on to a whole new level and going to take over the world with them.
All right, well, guess I'll keep an eye out for, let me understand this, a tiefling that has horns.
Yes. over near the
House.
fallen tower.
Over by the fallen tower. Well, that's
Some sort of-
orc territory. There could be anything in orc territory. I'm not
Which
going over in there.
What does the blue door mean? Maybe that's where they can be found.
Mm.
I say we should get up a mob and go get them, just to make sure. You know, we'll let this constable sort it out once we get them,
Well,
but we'll just get them in the meantime.
that's orc territory. You take a mob in the orc territory, you're going to get a lot of people killed.
Got a point there. Maybe we should get some seasoned warriors out to take care of this problem, along with the mob, you know.
At that point, they kind of look you up and down as you're dressed head to toe in armor with weapons and that crap hanging off of you. And they're like, you look like a seasoned warrior type.
Yeah, and for only 5 gold, we'll do it.
5 gold? 5 gold, you're going to get rid of the orcs.
No, not the orcs, just the tiefling.
Well, the tiefling's over in the orcs. You go over there starting to fight, you're going to probably have to deal with them, aren't you?
You'd have some seasoned adventurers go over there and talk to the orcs. It's kind of sue for peace so we can go in there and get that evil influence. It's like festering itself over there like a wound at a blue door.
Oh my god.
You got an elf who's sitting, he's kind of lounging against the wall, chewing on a piece of grass, and he looks at you and goes, wouldn't it be easier just to go to the temple of the Red Hand?
Yeah, I suppose. Like, does it have a blue door?
Well, no, but if you're looking for red hands, that's where they hang out during the day.
Well, I suppose if someone was willing to pay us enough, we would go to the temple.
Why would we pay you? You're the one that wants this done.
I didn't say we needed some adventurer types to do this, did we?
I'm not paying you, son.
We snapping through different parts of the crowd. Let's get them. That little door thing sounds evil.
Well, if it was like a red door, a black door, it might be evil, but a blue door, not so much. That's the color of the sky and the ocean. Little flowers.
Orc territory. What would that mean? What does the color blue mean to orcs to begin with?
I have no idea.
It probably means gray because they're colorblind.
Gray is not too kind of questionable.
The house of the light gray door.
Well, I tell you what, me and my friend here have thought it over. If you pay us 5 gold, we will go over there and do it.
They all look around at each other and they go, I think you're just trying to con us out of money.
Oh, no. I'm not going to do it for free, though. Because, I mean, we might get, she's a vampire, they said.
She's a vampire, they said. She'll kill you, they said.
Don't go walking in them horse in the pool of the moon, they said.
Okay, so they don't buy your little charade there. They're not willing. People start to disperse because they all start looking at you like, yeah, no. That's okay. I think we'll just head on out.
And I'm going to go disperse myself before we get killed.
So you disperse. And okay, so now you get people going every restriction. And it's, like I said, it's daytime in a busy city, especially over here where it's a little more crowded because this is the Protector's enclave where people feel a little safer walking around in the streets.
Okay.
And you do have,
Oh, go ahead.
you do have the crier who is out and about telling your story. So
During that whole little gathering of idioms there, was there any kind of odd people standing in the crowd? Did I notice anything like that?
well, yeah, because you're over here, you were over in this area, right? You said you went over by the Winged River. Well, you know for a fact that there were red cloaks there previously.
Yeah.
You went up into the building and the guy jumped off the balcony or whatever, or was that over here? I think that was over here.
Yeah, it was over there.
But you did go and see that there was some over here.
Yeah.
And they're still there. Because I don't think you approached them.
Oh, those guys here in the middle, the Winged Raven? Yeah, we butchered them.
Yeah,
It's a
you killed
sleeping
them.
dragon we haven't done.
Oh, okay. So, nobody's reappeared then, so no.
Okay, so no other weird things like tieflings or anything like that standing in the crowd watching?
You do see a tiefling walking through the crowd, but it's a male priest tiefling.
Okay, can we determine what order he's from?
He's from a god of healing and fire.
Okay.
Fiery healing.
Well, can I flag him down?
Sure. He comes on over. He goes, what's the deal? What do you want?
I have a very interesting question for you.
Sure.
Priest, how do you kill a vampire?
You put a stake through their heart.
Okay, well, is there any other way of getting them?
Fire kills them.
You want
Chop
help?
their heads off. Magic
You
weapons.
want to help?
The priest goes, well, I don't know. My name is Blessed. You look mildly familiar to me. Maybe I met your kinfolk.
Uh-oh.
I have this funny feeling.
Oh no, I have nightmares. PTSD. Oh no.
Starts snapping his fingers and little flames are coming up. Right on the tip of my tongue.
You probably think of somebody else there, yeah.
Run off.
PTSD kicking in, burning, pain, fire.
Standing there behind the tiefling looking at Trageon going,
I used to know a couple of young dwarves. One was named Grim, if I remember correctly.
Never heard of him.
Nope, never heard of
All right. So he shrugs and heads on off, doing whatever it was Blesswood would do.
it. World domination. I mean, that's us. Sorry.
Yeah, that's you.
So now we got kind of the rumor started, and
Yeah,
it's in people's minds.
The rumors
that
have
this stuff's
started.
going on. So should we just kind of start scouting out over that wall where we wanted to breach?
Yeah.
And continue with the breach?
Scout it out.
I still don't understand why we're doing the breach other than chaos. I mean, I'm all for chaos, but will that chaos affect us directly?
Oh, you know it will. You know it's going to affect us and then some.
Oh, I can see it. You're burning. You're going to toss a torch into that blockade they got piled in that entrance, and it's going to set the whole damn city on fire. Setting back roasted marshmallows. Well, I think we got him.
Got him. Nuke it for Morbid. So you head over to that area, and it's not hard to get there. It's just a regular old city. You walk past buildings and people selling stuff and people walking back and forth. No, it's a busy place. And you head on over there. So you get over here and you can see that area that you think would be the easiest place to breach the wall. But now that it's the middle of the day, you can see that it wouldn't be easy. It has built to keep things from attacking the rest of the city. So you could do it, but it wouldn't be easy.
There's guards up there, right?
Yeah, there's guards walking along the top of the wall.
Get one of their attentions and talk to them. Talk shops. Get a lay of the land type thing. What's on the other side of the wall? Stuff like that.
Well, the other side of the wall is where the rift is. There isn't much on the other side. It's all mostly ruins. We've tried to burn down all the buildings we could so we can see people coming.
Any strange activity over there or anything going on?
Well, a couple days ago, there was a whole host of them came out of the rift like they were homing in on something on the House of Knowledge. But we managed to put them down.
Yeah. I'm kind of hiding it in my bag a little further and deeper.
While he's talking to this guard, kind of getting an idea what's going on, I'm going to kind of be looking at paying attention to what the blockade's made out of. Is it wood debris or just building debris of all kinds of description?
All kinds of building debris, everything from stone to wood. There's wagons that have been dumped in there. This was built hastily, and then what was hastily built has been built on top of.
Ah, okay. So it's definitely a chore to clear it then. I could just burn it out.
Yeah, it would be a chore. But not, like I said last time, not impossible, but a chore.
Yeah.
Ask if talk to this guard that I'm talking to. See if I can go on up there and take a look around.
Sure, why not?
Crawl on up there, look over and see what I see.
When you look over, it's pretty much as he's described. This whole area has been bombarded as much as possible to knock down all the buildings. What hasn't been knocked down has been burned down. This white area in here, that's actually a rift that goes down into the ground. And you can see it. It's like a big scar that goes all the way across the city there. And there's smokes and odd fumes and weird shadows moving around down in there. And he goes, it's not much to look at during the daytime. They mostly move around at night when they don't think we're going to be able to pick them off.
Let's see. How many guards are around right now?
Where you're at, maybe 3 or 4. And these guards are just the criers, they just set up warning when something starts coming. Guard duty.
Okay, I got a crazy idea. I think this may work for us.
Famous last. And so, in other words, we're definitely going to die.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You're only mostly doomed.
Mostly.
Well, you remember what happened at the House of Knowledge, right, Gunnar?
Yeah. How can I forget it?
Yeah, it may happen again here, right on the wall.
Oh, yeah, really.
I figured if they're attracted to the star thing because somebody touched it, maybe that's
Yeah.
what's going to happen.
And so you're gonna kill this, or not kill? Kill would be too kind.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna drive this poor guard insane, right?
Yeah, well, a guard.
What the heck? I'm all for it. I'm all for it, man. Go for it.
What the heck?
AFK for just a few minutes.
Okay. Do we want to pause here?
Yeah, just for a few minutes.
Okay. All right. So you scouted the wall, and we're deciding whether or not you wanted to. I don't know what the hell you were trying to say. Going to summon the hordes to the spot on the wall.
And let them tear their way in.
Okay. What are you going to do in the meantime? Are you going to do that now, or what are you going to do now?
I think wait
next-
for dark.
Well, the next trip I want to do is I want to go down here to the cemetery,
Okay.
and I want to start looking around in there for any weak spots or anything like that.
Yeah.
The cemetery is where the undead still stir in there. You got in there last time because you went running past everyone in a fevered panic. How are you going to get in there this time?
Pretty much the same way.
Running past in a fevered panic. Why mess with a good solid plan?
Yes. It's a sure thing.
So how are you planning on getting in there? Because you can head over to this gateway where you ran through before, right over in here. But remember, that was only yesterday, day before.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
This time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Try
I'm
my
gonna
luck
be
and
waiting.
try my luck and see if we can lie our way back in there.
Or just run past a grid of fevered frenzy. I say we try to talk our way in, but if that don't work, all fails, man. Scream and run, scream and
Scream and
run.
run. Tuck and roll. Okay. So you head on over there, and I don't know, whatever the priest of the god of death would be, he's there. They see you coming. They're all ready to get their hand out because, you know, you're coming to pay respects. You're either going to bury someone or pay people's respect. You know, that either way they get money.
Do we know traditionally how much they normally get?
I don't know, like a gold mine.
Oh. Well, that seems like the easiest way. Just give them a gold. Give me gold.
Now, what you know from having lived here before is that there are undead in those graveyards. That's why the walls are so tall and stout.
Undead
Just
headquarters.
1 second. I keep hearing something. Okay, for just a second.
Sure. I wonder if he's hearing the thing I got running in the background. Okay, I'll turn it off.
He's losing it. I mean, hey, I don't know.
No, I didn't realize you put something in the dryer. That's what I heard. I was
Oh.
like, what the fuck is going on? Someone's going through the back.
Yeah, they're coming through the walls, man.
Yeah, man. Because they really don't show up on infrared at all.
So what you know is that, like I said, there are undead in there. The walls are stout, and chances are your little excursion in there previously and not being attacked by anything was a moment of luck. Or maybe they were distracted in here by the sounds of the things coming from the pit.
So when we approach, what do they approach us too, or
The
and
priests?
ask for a handout? Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're waiting inside the little shrine. And you're coming to them.
Oh, okay.
Like, they're not going to come out.
Damn money grubbing hermits.
I say we pay them gold or whatever they need, and tell them we're paying respects to a dear departed friend.
Yep.
Okay. Do you need escort to your friend's tomb?
Oh no, we know exactly where it's at.
Would
Pat
you-
my mace and go, yeah, we don't need anything.
All right, be careful.
Okay, thanks for the warning.
And if we never return, well, we joined our friend.
Well, yeah, we're not coming back in there to get you. I mean,
You know? Yeah, if we come out looking really tired, don't let us out.
well, worn down.
Send more paramedics.
Yeah.
Send more priests.
All right, so you head on inside. It's got the typical gloomy, magical, medieval, haunted cemetery look to it. So there's mist creeping amongst the stones and dead
Good stuff.
trees and mausoleums and that sort of thing. This is the main graveyard. It's not the pauper section. So there are mausoleums and tombs and things in here.
Okay.
So when you were trying to determine what, Trajan, you're trying to determine what the condition of the wall are facing the rift.
Yeah, especially down in the corner area down here.
Down that corner.
Yeah.
Are those like actual towers that are built up to
Yeah.
hold the wall up?
Yeah, this is a fortified area.
So they definitely did not want what was in there getting back out.
Well, rumor has it that in this area is maybe a vampire or a lich or something like that. There's something bad in it.
So be careful.
So don't go into the limbs. Okay.
Don't go walking in the moors in the pool in the moon. Don't go wandering around in this graveyard in the middle of the night.
Yeah. But the rumor of this thing has been here for many, many, many years. This isn't something new that's just happened.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the next question I was just going to ask. Is this a recent event? Or?
No. So it's not your tiefling person. This person's been here a while. So you head in. Okay, what?
Oh, I had another question. These walls around the cemetery in this section, have those always been there, or was that something put up since the rift is developed?
No, they've always been there.
Okay. Because the reason I'm asking is because right through where they see this road, looks like it passed through the wall.
Yeah, there's probably a gate there.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go examine it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for weak sections, there's probably a gate right here.
Oh, yeah.
As you can see where it passes through. There's one over here, and there's one in this tower right there. And you also got one right up here. Old gates. So you go and you look at those gates. You can see that they were big wooden gates, and they have been barred and buttressed and reinforced. But they're definitely a lot weaker than the walls.
How much oil do you
Okay.
have? Do you remember, Gunnar?
I only got like a flask if I even have that.
You had casks of oil in your boat.
Yeah.
You got a couple
Yeah,
of
I'm
pony
carrying a looks like 2 flasks of oil on my thing, but I probably didn't have them on me because I left them at the lady's house going light.
Yeah, you know that on your boat you've got a couple of pony cakes.
Yeah. Aerial bombardment.
What time of day is it?
I don't know, noon? Sound good? Noon, 1 o'clock?
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Let's see. Just this gate right here. This
Okay.
gate right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sit down next to it. And I'm gonna tell Gunnar, give me 5 minutes total, and when 5 minutes are up, knock the star out of my hand. We're gonna test something.
Okay.
This is gonna be wonderful.
It's gonna be wonderful.
So, I'm gonna reach down, grab a hold of the star, bare metal or not, just grab a hold of it and hang on.
All right, so you grab a hold of the star. You're immediately in the other realm where the thing is at. It's sitting on its throne of worlds staring at you. And it starts to speak to you. You can't understand it, but whatever words it's saying are deep and just echo through your bones. And it's trying to command you to do something.
Every ounce of my being, ignore it.
All right, so then give me a charisma saving throw. You're all like, yeah, I'm resisting. It's not easy, but that's my connection to the world. Yeah. So you resist. It's hard, though. All right. Gunnar, you can hear commotion on the walls. People are yelling and carrying on.
And he's still hanging on to the star.
Yeah.
I think it's time to bat it out of his hands.
All right. It's not hard to do. He's in another world. You can bat it out of his hands.
Okay, just knock it out.
He knocks it out. It falls on the ground. He's a little stunned at the moment. What you can hear, though, are guards running back and forth, and they're screaming, "They're coming! They're coming out of the pit!" And one guy's going, "In the middle of the day? They never come out in the middle of the day. Where are they heading? They're heading towards the graveyard." You can hear the horns are blowing. But not only do the things on the other side of the wall happen, you can hear the shamblings within the cemetery coming your direction.
Oh, yeah.
Am I still stunned, or am I finally coming around?
You're coming around.
Got him by the hand and then leaned him toward the exit.
There's a lot of zombies between you and the exit.
Oh, man.
Is there a mausoleum close?
picture?
What's that?
Is there a mausoleum close by us?
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get in there. There's not that surprise ding dong gets a witch. Or a
Oh, what
lady.
is that? Looks like the convention's here.
Get into the mausoleum.
So you go streaking into a mausoleum. In the mausoleum, there'll be a couple of somethings to attack.
Oh, okay.
Because it summons more than just the things on the other side of the wall.
Mm-hmm. Well, I figured as much.
Oh, let's take a couple of these out there. Here's one. A couple of zombies. And just to make it fun, let's throw a skeleton out there. Though it's much smaller. The piddly little fool.
Just flicking with my finger. Get away. Get away.
Yeah,
Get away, you little flea.
pretty much going to be like that. These aren't going to be too tough for you. All right. So you go streaking in the mausoleum. There's 3 things in there. There's 2 zombies and a skeleton. But as a group, not too terribly bad. There's a hell of a lot more of them outside than there inside this mausoleum. So Gunnar, what are you going to do?
Gunner's gonna, I guess, attack this guy that's closest to me.
Okay.
Try to put a silver. I hope I still have silver arrows.
You still have. I think you got like 24 of them. Or something. You have a lot more silver arrows than you have normal ones.
Silver arrow. There we go.
You bought them and haven't used them really yet.
Okay, so I'm gonna zap the guy that's closest to me. 9 hit A. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you hit him. So you hit this guy for a good 13 points of damage. Blood flies. Oh wait, he should be down to 7. All right, so you hit him. Put an arrow in him.
Next one in him. Yes. Only 8.
Well, yeah, they don't have a high armor class. They don't move very much, so they're pretty much sitting still while you shoot them full of holes. All right. Yeah, that one takes it in the head, and it goes down. And a lump of bodies. You've got probably 24 things on the outside of the mausoleum coming towards you as you're battling these things that get inside. Trajan.
Trageon, go whack-a-mole. Zombie gets it first.
Okay. Necrotic damage is not going to work on this thing. All right, but you do hit it.
That's a plus.
You're like, that's okay. I can take them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Couple of whacks. You're just mowing through these things. Turns out you're mid-level adventurers, and these are low-level monsters, so you're having no troubles whatsoever taking these things down. The only difficulty you would have is if there's a bunch of them and they all surround you.
I have a solution for that.
This thing leaps forward. It doesn't have a short sword. It's just got something that's picked up off the ground, but it'll work for them. It attacks you and it misses. Hell, it didn't even hit your armor. So yeah. That's a dead zombie. Poor zombie. Poor dead zombies. Alright, Gunnar. You've got one piddly skeleton in your way.
One piddly skeleton with longbow. You pitch one arrow to the head, or just to the body.
Please
missed.
It misses.
Another one.
It probably went through between bones. You're like,
next one,
God, went between the bones. What kind of crap is that? It goes down. You reach inside, you turn, and you slam the door as something is reaching towards the doorway. Now you have the door shut. Oops. All right. What's your plan now that you're in here?
How much ruckus did this cause?
Well, there's quite a bit of ruckus that you heard on the walls. There's things going on now. But now you're inside the mausoleum where you can't really hear much.
This is exactly what I wanted. Take a look around and see if there's any kind of hidden stairway down or something.
Stairway to heaven. Yeah.
Stairway to hell in this case.
No, no hidden stairwell.
Okay.
It was just a random mausoleum. How long do you wait?
Give it about an hour.
Okay.
Until the noise kind of gets less, and try and make a beat for it.
Run!
I got a good fable to roll with this one. Hopefully it works.
Well, now that you got this mausoleum to ourselves, is this a small crypt or does it go down into the area?
No, it's small. It's like big enough for 2 coffins, one on each side, and then one coffin in the far end. So it's like a horseshoe of 3 coffins.
Oh, okay. And we probably dealt with the occupants already.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. You know what? This would be the best place to grab a hold of that star again and really bring them running. Boy, we're locked in here. I'm going to bar the door and just make it go nuts out there. Make it rain pain. Then again, we might step out to War Z going on.
Actually, for this mausoleum, I think we should just chill out here until we can tell it's nightfall, and then we're gonna start the shenanigans. You know this may bring the succubus, right? And you know this may bring the vampire and all that, right?
Probably, but we're gonna die. Wilson knew.
He's like, okay.
I'm in for a penny and for a pound, man. Bucket, I'm in it.
You're in it for a pound, man. Pound it.
Flesh.
All right, so you wait until you think it's nighttime. And then what do you do once night arrives?
How quiet is it now outside?
Pretty quiet.
Any more horns blowing or anything?
No, not that you can hear.
Okay, look at Gunnar and Summer. I hope you know what we're doing. This is about to get really medieval.
If you wanted to breach the wall, and this is the best way to breach the wall, it looks like.
How long does this last? Hour. I got a chance. One of them. Damn it. Okay. So. Trying to read this because it may be interesting.
You think?
Okay. So Gunnar, I hope you're ready for this because here it comes. We'll grab a hold of the star again.
Okay. You grab a hold of the star. You're transported back into the other world. This time, Trajan, he looks a little translucent. I mean, Gunnar, Trajan looks a little translucent. You're pretty sure you can see the wall on the opposite side of him through him.
So it's kind of full on ghost. Between worlds.
Yep.
What do I see?
You see the thing sitting there and it's talking to you, but mostly what you notice now is that whatever army of things he has is creeping towards you.
Okay. Look around.
Right? Give me a charisma saving throw.
That may be it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's the end of the world. Man, my mind is gone. My mind is gone.
Gunnar's dead.
No, that's good enough. But you're filled with something you haven't felt in a very long time, which is fear, as you're normally immune to it. You're like, huh.
Point.
You're not consumed with it. It's a strange feeling, though, because you haven't felt it in so long.
Yeah.
Okay. Gunnar, you can definitely hear things. Hear yelling and horns and that sort of thing. But the main thing you can hear is something pounding on the door of the mausoleum. It sounds like it's making the damn thing into a gong.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and look at the doors. Does it look like the doors are gonna hold?
It's pretty shaky and there's dust coming off them, but they're holding.
I'm gonna go back and knock the thing out of Tracy's hands again.
Because it's not just one big boom, man. It's a whole bunch of something's banging on this thing.
Trying to get into us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely knocking it out of his hands.
Okay. You knock it out of his hands, and he comes around fairly quickly.
Shake him into a man and explain to him that he was become translucent. I could almost see through him. I don't know what was going on, but things are really agitated this time. and they're trying to bust their way into us.
Explain to him
In
what
other
I
words,
see.
death's on the other side of the door.
You don't know death, my friend.
You-
What's on the other side of this is death.
Death for everyone. Death.
So are you rethinking that we should not destroy this star thing again? Like we should throw it into a lava, to a volcano?
He's not rethinking anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Open
fingers
wide
go-
arms. I'm going to it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I just had the visions.
Yes.
The world is burning. So how bad is the noise getting around us?
Well, there's something stronger than before trying to pound its way into you.
Is there any kind of like little windows or anything up high? What movie was that from? That's John Candy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's from Trains, Planes, and Automobiles.
That's right. Yeah, when he looked over, he's delirious. And see,
Yeah.
ah. That's what Dad's gonna do. Connor's gonna look over at Trageon. Yeah.
And I look over Trajan and I see what the gift thing I sent. It's dark and it's laughing.
Yeah, something on the other side, much stronger than before, trying to get in.
So is there any kind of like top windows or grates or anything that's?
Yeah, why not? Sounds right.
Can I find something to get up there and look out? See
There,
what I
you
see?
stand on top of a coffin.
Okay. Look out and see what I see. Maybe
You
a
look
red-
out to see. And you can see where there's several zombies walking around, but the thing you notice is you've seen one of these before drinking out of a fountain of blood.
Hey,
Hey,
it's a freaking vampire. Sweet.
And it seems to be the thing that's actually taking about 6-7 steps back, and then it runs at the door and slams into the door.
Oh, this would be a time to pull a Three Stooge moment.
So
Oh,
that's
I
what
see.
it's doing.
I just pile up the bodies in the door and all the crap. And
And
I am this island shit against the door.
it's made its path by simply slaughtering any zombie in its way.
Just let her keep doing her thing, I guess.
Okay.
As I was thinking was we wait till she does her run back, and then when she runs back and starts running the door, yank it open, she goes piling, tripping into the room, and we go piling outside and slam the door behind us and keep running.
Well, she's continuing to do that. So that's what the big gonging, blanging sound really is. It's not just a fist, it's her whole body and limbs slamming into this door.
She's eventually gonna break in, Gunnar. What are we gonna do? It's a vampire. Explain to Gunnar what I see, basically.
Gunnar's going, well, what the hell did you expect? They told you there was one in here.
Well, we just proved it.
Well,
Test successful.
try that
Ooh.
open the doors. It makes it
All
run,
right.
But
So she just rolled a crit here. So she comes running at the door, hits, and you can see the pin and the top hinge just goes pinging out of it, sticks in the other wall, and the whole door takes about a 15-degree canter.
Uh-oh.
The longbow, I got a silver arrow ready to go.
All right, so she comes.
Got it.
She comes a running, and you can hear her hit it. And she slides up the door, and she's about halfway through the gap.
And I'm gonna do this.
Okay. All right, so now you're going to get advantage against your attack rolls against this thing.
I'm gonna unleash helly hell on her.
Holy hand grenades!
Yeah.
All right, you guys are going to go first. She's stuck in the hole trying to scramble through.
Guess I will try and pin her head to the wall.
All right. You
Yes.
hit her. 9 points. You're using your silver or your arrow +1? Arrow +1s. All right. So they hit. We do 9 points to her. Goes thunk it into her, and the flesh kind of sizzles. But she doesn't seem to care.
Next one. Yes.
Ooh, even better. Let's see, that's 17, 23. That one was a good one. Maybe you take out her left hand when she was clawing up.
Really. She'll be really upset with Gunnar.
Yeah.
She could be really upset.
So now it's
Really upset.
it's making eye contact with you, man. So I'm gonna hurt you so bad.
I got something
Trageon?
for her.
Trageon.
Do something.
Oh, I got something for her. She's gonna love this.
All right, Trageon. What are you gonna do?
Start off with that and say that. Hopefully that works.
They're like, it's gotta work.
Yeah, it's got it.
It's supposed to work on humanoids. Yeah. Might. She's not exactly the most wisdomous person in the whole wide world. Yep.
If it does work,
You managed to hold her.
okay, because the next turn when I cast the next spell that I got up my sleeve, that'll work.
All right.
And yeah, I'm just gonna hold the action.
All right. Here comes its turn.
The power of light compels you. The power of light compels you.
So where you shot it, you can see the flesh close up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. I got some for her.
I see how it is. It's almost like you're a vampire. Son of a bitch.
She's got something coming for her.
So that was hers. Now it's Gunnar's turn again.
Okay, let's go with that. +1 arrow.
You can
Yeah.
do it.
That
Damn. Got
Yeah.
her.
so shot
16.
and hit again.
All right, 16. That's 25 you did to her. So you put up several shots into her.
She's stuck in that position while I'm holding on to her.
All right, what are you going to do, Trajan?
That.
Daylight.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
Hope she likes bright light.
All right.
Light.
So you throw the sunlight and it goes off. Let's see. Sunlight does 20 points of radiant damage when it starts its turn in sunlight. And it's at disadvantage on its attack rolls and ability checks. So that's going to affect its ability to break your hold. So here we go. So I'm going to go here. She's going to take 20 points. And you can see her flesh bubbling and melting.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro. What everybody else sees is a sudden bright light in the middle of the cemetery.
The priests are fighting them.
We're gonna walk back out. That vampire problem? No problem.
At the end of its turn, it gets to make a thing. So it's at disadvantage, though. So I got here, we say disadvantage. We'll see if it works. And it rolls a 15 against your 14, right?
Yep.
So
And she breaks it.
even at disadvantage, it breaks it. Probably the pain and suffering from the sunlight helped her break it. I don't know. Making shit up. So she snaps out of it, but it's the end of her turn. That's when you get to take her. She gets to take her save. So now it's Gunnar's turn again.
Gunner's gonna trade up. Pin her ass again with another play. Yeah. Yes.
Damn.
He's
Okay.
just tearing her up.
Of course, when I really need it, like when the shit's really hitting the fan, that's when it's not gonna work.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, and hit again. Yeah, see what I mean?
Yeah, see, yeah.
We're taking her down, so okay, we'll let it. But now when it's really know that I know what's gonna happen. And so we step out, the priests are gonna kill us. And then I will be rolling like ones and shit.
The priest. You're such a ray of sunshine.
I know how this works. Every time the chips are down, the damn thing won't roll right.
Okay, now I'm gonna start pounding her brains in with my warhammer here.
All right. That's going to be enough. That'll kill her.
That's what she gets for messing with me.
That's what she gets for being.
Now I know it works. So I got something even more devious planned for the succubus whore that's been chasing us around.
She's not a succubus.
She's trying to suck our blood out of our bodies. So she's a succubus.
You've tried the whole imprison the devil thing. It didn't work.
No, I got something else now. I went up a level. I got something cool.
So you do. You kill this thing. So it's wedged into the hole in the door. So at least nothing else can get through the hole unless it rips her apart.
Okay.
And there's things out there.
How long have we been in here?
Several hours because you said you wanted to wait. You remember you went in at around noon, 1 o'clock, and you went on to wait until nightfall to do the whole star again.
So yeah, we got a lot more night to go.
Yeah. It's only been nightfall, so.
How long does that spell last? Daylight lasts.
How many
An
times
hour?
can you?
Not
Oh,
10
yeah.
hours. Not 10 hours.
So we got a whole hour of 60-foot sunlight right here.
Yeah.
You got an hour to think about this, and then it's all bets are off.
We get to contemplate our failures and what we thought of this.
We could cast a daylight on on your helmet, and we can just wander out, and I'll hug onto your leg. And just walk on. Stay close, stay close.
So you sit there for about, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, unless you're doing something. When you can see her body jerk like something's tugging on it.
Can we kind of look over and see what the hell's tugging on it?
There's a zombie tugging on it.
Oh, help push the body out with it.
Okay, so you push the body out. Now there's like I said, the door is canted, so you got a crack about that wide at the top of the door that you can look down through.
Okay, they're going to be funneling into there, so it's going to be harder for them to get us.
Probably not going to be able to get in at all. But
Sit back,
Maybe take the chance and make the noise and try and shore up the door.
But you know for sure is that you're not going to be able to pull your Three Stooges maneuver where you yank the door open.
Yeah. That time is left.
That time has gone by. She managed to bust the door. All right, so you can push the door up and put it back in place if you want.
Yeah,
Great,
go ahead.
So you wedge the door back up and jam things in it to keep it in place. How long are you going to stay in here?
Stay until daylight?
I guess so.
You're like, I don't know. I didn't think it that far through.
Yeah, I guess just short the door back up and stay here until daylight.
No plan.
You gotta take a long rest because if you do, it's all over with. They may be kicking the door again. Turning this into a freaking lunchbox.
I don't think I want to take a rest in this place. Because it may be a permanent one.
Yeah. We're gonna turn this mausoleum into a freaking lunchbox full of dwarf. Okay. Yeah. Kind of sit down, take a short rest type thing.
All right, you can take a short rest. That's easy enough. You can use hit die to heal yourselves, but you're already healed. But you
Yeah.
can do a short rest.
I'll stand while you, I will stand guard while you take storage. I don't need a short rest or anything.
Okay. You're not really going to get much back for it anyway. So you sit in there and you wait for day to break to happen. That's several hours off. But in the end, it will happen. They don't manage to get in.
Okay.
You notice daybreak, just like you said before. There's those little windows up top, which are probably just there to air out the place so the corpse gas is done.
Make it really stinky in here.
Yeah.
Look out the window. Do we see any mulling around zombies left over?
Yeah, there's still someone around, but they have definitely lost interest. It's been several hours since you touched the star.
Okay. That gate where I started this whole shenanigans. How
Uh-huh.
is it?
Can't really see it from where you're at.
Okay. Look at Gunnar going. You're up to going over and exploring the gate and see if it collapsed or broke a little bit.
Sure, what the heck?
What the hell?
So, time to
What's the worst that could happen?
pull up the shield and the sword or the hammer and open the door. Start marching over there.
Okay. So you got a graveyard with some skeletons and things wandering around.
Okay.
But you wander over. The zombies, of course, don't move very fast, so you're able to get around them pretty much no problem. And you head over towards the gate. You get to the gate, and from this side, you don't really notice anything.
This tower down south, is that like it was the tower we came through to get
Right.
into here?
It's got doors
So it's a little room we can go into.
closed, but yeah.
It's an idea later on. I guess it's time to mosey ourselves out of here to the main thing so we can go get a long rest and recuperate.
Okay.
See
Well,
what happened outside.
you can avoid the zombies and things. This isn't like a dungeon where you have to go down certain hallways. You can run around and
Dodge,
avoid
shoot,
them.
and
Yeah.
dive and all that.
They're basically just walkers. And you
Okay.
make it out.
And we're heading for that tower, right? That tower
No.
right there.
We're heading out for now so we can
Oh, okay.
recuperate spells and anything else to see what happened on the outside, if anything.
The only difficulty you have is when you get here, the door is closed.
I figured they're going to lock us there until this settles down. We're stuck. So I say go back down to that tower we wanted to go to.
I have a
Wow.
gold. Pound on the door. I have more gold. Let us in.
I have more gold. Hey, I have presents.
Yeah.
Santa's come to visit, and things are shambling towards you. And
Open the door.
they hear you. They hear you. You can hear them fumbling with the locks. They finally, let's see if they get it open before you guys go get attacked. No. You have a couple of zombies come within range before the door gets open.
Bulldoze our way into the room, trying to get in and get that door
Okay.
locked. Better find us.
All right. So you make it in the room, and they close the door behind you. And they're looking at you like, "What the hell? You were out there all night? Are you insane?"
Yeah, we kind of had no choice.
You know the legend of the vampire thing in the cemetery?
Yeah.
Not a problem anymore.
You know, it wasn't a legend after all. It's real.
It was real. It was real.
She tried to eat us.
What the hell's going on, man? Kind of lie a little bit. Like figure out what the hell's going on. Why is all this activity all of a sudden?
I don't know. Something bad is going down. Something bad is going down.
For dwarf.
We're not really sure what the hell is going on. But we're in the midst of doing our prayers and trying to cast divinations to find out who's behind this whole thing.
Okay. Say thank you, give him a gold, and get the hell out of here. Before
We
the
do know that
definition
the answer is close.
Move.
Move, 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 move. I don't know what you're talking about.
Look at him and just I'm leaving at. You know, sometimes those answers are right under your nose. Run.
Run, man. So you make it out. What do? Rumors are flying around town now about the fact that this is the second time in 2 days that things have come out of the rift to smash into the walls. Let's see. I think we got. There's a picture of what you can see on the other side.
I'm gonna get this rumors flying around, blame it on the red cloaks.
We got things coming out of the pit.
Hey,
That good stuff.
Yogg-Sothoth and his whole family.
Yeah. You're like, I've seen worse just yesterday. Just last night, actually. Yeah.
But,
This little extra section right over here by this where the little this little section right here.
The red square?
Is there,
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any buildings in here that are still habitable?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Businesses or
Yeah.
or
And
inns or anything like that?
on this side of the wall, it looks like just a regular city town. If you ignore the fact that they piled all kinds of crap up to make a wall that cuts across town, the side you're on looks normal.
Okay.
Of course, the
So-
closest to the wall you get, the lower the real estate values. But yeah, it looks just like a town.
Trajan, what do you think about getting in there this afternoon, just before dusk? Getting up into one of those buildings, like up in the attic or something on one of them, and you grab it and pulling the star again. This time it's a little bit safer, hopefully. But this time you hang on to it for a while.
get around, talk around town, get a
What
little
would
lay of
happen?
the land, figure
What would
out
happen to me if I held the star? Since it seems to be affecting you negatively, and I know it affects everyone negatively, but maybe not as much me this time if I do it now since I haven't touched it before. Because you seem to be getting a little light in the loafers. I mean, like light in the vision too. Light in the staying in this reality type thing.
Yeah, if you want to, you better explain to them, what it's trying to do, pull up my mind and trying to pull me through and
Right.
take me over and stuff. Better have your mind ready for that because he's gonna break it. It hurts.
Huh.
Kind of,
Well, I'm going to explain to him more in detail as to that. I saw him he was looking very transparent there the last time he used it. Like he wasn't quite here anymore.
Okay.
That's a bad thing.
So like the more you use it, I think the more the effect it is on you.
Well, there's something bad on the other side of this. Some big demon thing sitting on a throne of worlds keeps talking to me, but it's a language I don't understand. And he's trying to pull my mind. And I
Maybe we
fight
should
it.
grab a beggar or something like that, and take him into one of these buildings and force him to hold it. And we just stand back with our knives out and ready to plunge it into their brain to turn them on when we're ready to turn it off. We're evil, what the hell? We ain't killed anybody in a while. I mean,
Yeah, I'm starting to feel
no, we're
rusty.
good guys. Yeah, that's it. We're good guys.
We haven't killed somebody innocent in a while. What are we doing?
Yeah.
During all this commotion stuff, I want to kind of figure out what's going on, play stupid. See what the town folk got to say about this activity and stuff going on.
Okay, so the rumor in the town is that something is summoning the creatures from the pit. And that it's a little combination of things. Some people are blaming the orcs. Some people are blaming the Red Hand because you started the wonderful rumor. Nobody's really sure. They also think it might be the floating tower called the Shard of Night that's above the town.
How do we not know about the Shard of Night floating above town?
You do. I told you about it last time.
Oh.
It's the floating tower that doesn't cast a shadow.
Oh no.
It's just
What's
been a
up,
while
weird?
since we played.
Yeah.
That and also we were caught up so much in trying to run back and forth through the sewer and all,
Yeah.
madness.
Yeah.
Chaos. So, kind of see if we can, during this information gathering, kind of do a little fibbing and see if we can spread some more, get their minds showing, thinking more about the Red Hands or the Red Cloaks, saying that they're the guys behind this. They got some sort of magical power and they're summoning the demons and they're at the Blue Door type thing.
Well, the Red Hand have categorically denied any involvement with this thing that's coming through. They want to live forever in the world, not destroy the world, they keep saying. So they're having a rough time. But they're combating your rumors with their own.
See if we can fuel that room fire some more towards
Okay.
not liking them.
Yeah, anybody you see saying anything, I always talk about the Red Cloak and then it's play up. Man, that's them, definitely them.
Definitely them.
My eyes saw one. My daughter, she was in that district down there, and they heard the cock crow twice and go 3 times around the house and turned into a zombie. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, those little crap stories.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, even you don't believe what you're saying. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Lots of confidence.
Yeah. And then there was stuff that happened.
And then more stuff.
So yeah, you start your rumors. They're all pointing towards. So you're starting to win the war of rumors towards the Red Hand.
It's going to be a bloody mess. We're all probably going to get sucked in the middle of it and get slaughtered.
Oh, you guys rolled well. So, because I figured it was just a moderate, easy difficulty to see. So you do notice that sitting over in one of the things, there's a couple of guys who are watching you. Because after all, you're the center of attention at the moment. And apparently your daughter was turned into a zombie by a cock crowing 3 times and circling the house.
Yes. Master plan has come to fruition.
Master plan.
These 2 guys that are sitting over eyeballing us.
Yeah.
Any discerning things about them? Any insignia or anything like that?
No. They're dressed like just regular town folk.
Approach one of them. I approach them both.
When you move their direction, they get up and they move away.
Red Hands! Spine on us!
Is that what you do?
No, that one.
No? Okay.
That would be funny.
Every time we see Red Hands in here?
No, you don't see anybody with the red clothes.
Oh, we did. I was be looking at him going,
Yeah, I see you. You're not pulling any of that crap.
Follow these 2 knuckleheads.
I know you know. I know that you know that I know that you're looking
Yeah.
at me, looking at you, looking at me. I have no idea what I'm talking about. All right, so you follow them. And they head down the street away from you towards the winged, actually towards the sleeping dragon. And they keep pretty much the same pace you're keeping. So they look back every once in a while to see if you're still following them, and then they keep moving.
It feels like an ambush.
Stop and go and duck in when they're not looking. Duck into an alleyway or a doorway or something.
Okay.
Kind of get a good position on where they're headed and watch.
They're definitely headed towards the sleeping dragon.
Keep distance and kind of Pink Pantherish this whole thing and follow.
Okay. So, whoop. All right, so you follow these guys.
Keeping very close full watch for something gonna jump out and go boom.
Okay. Trying to think. So you're trying to hide from them while you're following them?
Yeah.
All right. So give me a stealth roll.
That's right. Nothing like a tin can. Yep. Tin can full of or trash can full of tin cans falling behind them. Rattle, 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 rattle.
Every time they look, we bump into each other trying to get in the alley. Get out of my way!
Would you just stop with your bullshit? Get out of my way! It's all your fault. I know they're here, but I can't find them for some reason. Oh, they're there. Okay. Yeah. I just want the character sheet. Is what I'm after. All right. So you rolled a 6. What are you doing, Gunnar?
I'm gonna just follow his lead.
Huh. Pick the wrong door.
He's piling in the door.
What's that?
He's going in the door. I'm going in the door with him.
So you're all
I'm not
piling
upset.
into each other. They have a difficult time seeing you in the crowd, but they do manage to make you. As you both go piling into a doorway that's locked. So you kind of go thump, thump, thump against the door.
Where's the key? Yeah. I must have lost the key.
You're all like, this isn't my door. I got the wrong building.
Oh, yes. Is this even the town we live in?
So they make you. What are you going to do?
You know what Trageon would do? He'd try to kill him right now.
Did they stop?
They stopped. And they're leaning against the building watching you.
Lean up against the building and watch them.
So we're all going to watch each other.
Yeah, I'm gonna just march towards them.
When you start marching towards them, they start moving. They move away from you.
Stop, Harpers.
They don't respond, and it's a crowded street. So they just keep moving, and then they duck into an alley.
Look back. Is Gunnar still following me?
Oh, yeah.
So they duck into an alley. Somewhere's about like right in here.
Run up against the corner, kind of peek around and see where they went.
You look in there, and let's see. I guess I probably need to roll their stealth roll now, is what you're telling me. All right. Fine.
That'd be a tin can of shark shit.
So give me a perception roll.
Both of us, or
Whoever's looking for them.
Me. There we go.
Oh, yeah. So they don't manage to hide. You can see that they're crouched in the shadows in there. Probably about 25, 30 feet in.
Okay, leaning against the wall, with the alley to my right, basically tell them, hey, you ain't hiding from me, buddies. What do you want? I know you've been watching me.
So when you speak to them, they get up and they actually run in the opposite direction.
I bet this wasn't the preacher, because I tell him, stop.
Stop!
stop.
Dastardly fiends. Ha ha! I shall cast a spell of words.
Yes. Lots
Step
of words.
around and see where they're hauling ass to.
They don't stop. They keep going.
Where are they going? Yell at them. Harper friend, Harper friend. I have a feeling that maybe a Harper.
Run faster, they're after us.
Run thereafter. They go scooching down the end of the the alleyway and go off into the street. They take a right into the street and disappear from view unless you chase them.
Chasing them.
Are you chasing them?
Find out find out where the hell they're going.
All right. So now what we have is two guys running on the street being chased by a dwarf. What is the other dwarf doing?
Oh God, he's gonna get us dead, but gonna get us killed, and I'm just gonna go ahead and follow him. Follow
So-
behind Trageon, going. I'm still gonna die.
So you're running after them also? Okay.
Yeah.
So now what we have is two guys being chased by two dwarves. And recently, two dwarves have been running around killing harpers and red cloaks. So
These guys are going to kill us or get us killed.
so they start yelling, the dwarf killers are after us. Help us, the dwarf killers are after us.
Look around like, who the hell are you talking about? Dwarf killers.
So you can see people looking at you because you're chasing after these two guys who are pointing back at you, talking about how you're trying to kill them.
Yell out, no, we're not. Trying to get some information, you stupid idiots.
And that's when somebody yells, "It's a secret police!"
Here we go.
It's a secret police. Get them! People
Playing
start
games until the secret police show up.
people start pelting you with things. Nobody likes the secret police.
I keep chasing after those two. They're so going to get beaten to death.
So they go running up and about here. So they go ducking into an alley.
Rinse, repeat again.
All right, you go and you look to see what's going on, or you go charging into the alley.
Go look and see what the hell's going on.
Okay. So you go and you look. They're not trying to hide. They're running out the other end of the alley.
Hot after them.
All right, so you go hot and after them.
Tell them, all I want is information. You guys got to have something.
Gunnar doesn't notice. You get about halfway down in that alleyway. Gunnar doesn't notice, but Trageon definitely does, that there's more people in this alley. Comes stepping out from behind, I don't know, dumpster, that sort of thing. And you definitely recognize the uniform.
Yeah, these red cloak bastards. Okay.
You got these two guys who ran out the end and you guys in between. Sort of thing.
Yell back down towards them. You chicken shits is the best you got.
All right. Well, you wanted information. Why do you have to be so negative about it? At least you get it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wanted it.
Getting in whether you wanted it or not.
All right, you guys are much faster than these guys. All right, Trajan, what are you going to do?
Those two, did they stop?
Yeah, they turned around and they're coming back towards you.
Start marching towards the first guy.
All right.
All the while, I'm telling him he should have stopped. I just had some questions for him. Take a swing and hit him in the face.
You're so friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Like you should have stopped, because now I'm going to kick your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Only saves, so he took half. So that's going to be 13 points. And then he's got this one. And he definitely saved on that one. So you whack him pretty good a couple of times. These are not cultist minions, though. You immediately figured that one out. They have armor underneath their clothes.
They're cheating. That's what they're doing.
Cheating. All right,
Well,
Gunnar.
this is shenanigans
Okay.
going on. I'm yelling, red cloak scum, die.
I'm gonna get this gang, Mr. Green.
Yeah.
Put a couple arrows in him. Yes.
You're all like, gosh, darn it, why won't this? Because I didn't pop it out of the frame. That's why I won't go into the other thing. All right, so you shoot him with the first one, and you hit him for 15 points. But the second one, but the second one definitely missed.
Yep.
So you hurt him pretty good, though. He makes noises like a stuck pig.
We.
Nope. That makes it the fanatic's turn. Let's see. So he makes cast a spell. His AC goes up. I wonder if I can change it just by doing this. We'll see what happens. Alright. So that's what he does. A shimmering field of energy surrounds him. This guy steps forward. Says something dumb like, "From darkness comes light." And attacks you. And misses immediately. Because apparently he's not much of a warrior and he talks a lot. Okay, so he misses both times. He's like, "Yeah, birthday." Oh shit. I ain't hit nothing. Tough little bastard, aren't you? This guy takes a couple swings at you. Oof. Uh-huh. He's evil. And that one takes a swing at you. And they miss. They both miss you. Because either they miss completely or they hit your armor. Either way. They can't seem to make their way through. Alright, Trajan.
You know what?
Wow.
Look at an extra divine smite just for giggles. Holy crap! There.
19, 21. So it's 31 points you did. Doesn't kill him.
Holy shit! Tough balls.
He's a tough guy.
But you do whack him pretty good. He starts bleeding profusely. You smashed in some bones, but he's still alive. And you miss on the second one. Mostly because you hit him with that first one. He went, ha ha ha! Oh, wait a minute. You didn't die. Why didn't you die?
Yeah.
His lack of death took you by surprise.
Yes, it did.
All right, Gunnar.
Gunner's gonna try to longbow him again.
Oh, it did work. Cool. But you did hit him. All
Okay.
right.
And that. Last longbow at him.
Oh, his
Ooh,
spell
just-
did not save him. You kill him.
Yes.
It was close, though. You rolled a 15 on both times.
Both times.
So like, aha, I can't take it. Oh, what are you? No, no. He goes down.
Serves you right.
All right. Well, he died. And this guy attacks. Gibbering and carrying on like a fool. Oops. Wrong click. And he scores a hit
Oh, no.
for 9 points. That was a pretty good hit.
Mhm.
Then comes in the dagger. Tries to bury it in your side. Nope, misses. Okay. What can you do? So there's a lot of noise in this alleyway now.
I'm sure it's probably drawing a crowd.
It might, but it's only been like 3 or 4 seconds. So he missed. Hey, that hit.
Son of a bitch.
Takes you with the dagger. Manages to score. All right, Trajan.
Mr. Blue, because he
Miss-
stabbed me.
They both stabbed you.
Missed. And.
Oh, that one hit.
And. Because I'm angry.
Because I'm angry. Damn. It's,
Let him have it
it's
all.
29. And another 5 is 34. 34 points of damage to this guy. He does not die either, but you do whammy him a couple times. Or you whammy him once anyway. So now you've got 2 guys who are mostly dead, but not completely dead. Mostly.
Mostly.
All right, there, Gunnar. What are you going to do?
I have a clean shot at Mr. Blue.
Sure.
Ready to take him out then. Oh, yeah.
And he goes down.
Guess that's holding the next action. Or just not going to fire the next arrow.
Okay. You're like, what's the worst that can happen? Surely he can't kill Olts. Oh my god, he killed him. Oops, I forgot to do my attack. He attacks. These guys are fanatics. They don't stop. He hits you for 7.
Son of a bitch.
What's the worst that can? Oops. I better not tell Trajan I didn't take that shot. And he misses with the second one. But he does manage to hit you. All right.
Okay.
It was Trajan's turn, actually. What are you going to do, Trajan?
Bash him in the face. Oh, come on. Bash him in the face, damn it. There we go.
There you go. Well, you did manage to kill a vampire. Come on.
Yeah, see? Vampire. No problem.
No
this
problem.
guy? Fuck.
He goes down. That's when you can, now that you're out of combat, you can hear the whistles of the watch.
Uh-oh.
Run.
Because you did use magic that had sparklies in it. Sparklies. So you're going to run?
Yeah.
Where are you going to run to?
The hell out of here. Back across the bridge towards our Mima's house with our
All
favorite
right.
cat.
Headed back to the
Mima's
cat
house.
layout. Come on,
Hey,
Mima.
Mima.
What have you got cooking in the oven, Mima? So yeah, you run back. Because you're awesome and nothing can stand in your way. Well, apparently they're looking for you while you're looking for them.
Yeah.
And we found each other in the most violent way. So you mind if we take a break?
No, we can take a break.
Okay.